The only reason why I watched that movie with the old dudes in it.
Okay. It's called The Expendables.
Boom.
And how dare you have a straight face with the old dudes in it? What?
Jason Statham is my... when they got Wesley Snipes, I was like, I gotta go in for
they
Snipes.
shut it down because that Jean-Claude Van Damme scene.
Oh, the CGI cross kick?
It was CGI. He trained, Jean-Claude Van Damme trained for 6 months to get that cross kick right for you.
It was CGI.
And me. Anyway.
Needless to say, this movie's going to be awesome, guys.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be good. We will be there day one. I can't wait to
watch Jason Statham.
Have my Jason Statham show.
There's a reason why he's the smooth guy in the movie, and The Rock is like the guy who he's basically a rock.
He is a rock, yeah. But he's the smooth guy, but you're like, oh man, he's so sexy. Jason Statham, yeah.
That is the literal thoughts. Those are accurate. That you just
Jason Statham.
Let me ask you this: do you think Daniel Craig's attractive by any means? This?
You know what? There's certain movies that make certain people attractive, and I think James Bond is he's a good.
So you're nutburgers.
What is a nutburger?
That means you're crazy. Daniel Craig is the ugliest James Bond of all time. The fact that we're buying into the fact that he's handsome is bananas.
Hey, here's the thing. I agree with you with that. I just said in certain movies he looks good.
Okay, what movie?
James Bond. But compared to the other James Bonds, like my man Pierce Brosnan, the GOAT, he probably is the ugliest. He probably is like that's a rough thing to say.
First of all, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna take Daniel Craig, I could at least have Jason.
But here's the thing: why did we throw in Daniel Craig? It's like you're trying to put an ugly person to go against another ugly person.
Because you think this guy is a good-looking dude.
The subject was Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Idris Elba. Okay. And then you go back to Brown.
Well, nobody knows who Roman Reigns is outside of the WWE.
Fair enough.
So he's not.
But everybody in the world knows who The Rock is.
Everybody knows who Jason Statham is.
Okay. This is your show. We're gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let you win that battle. Okay. I'm gonna let you win that battle because we usually go to the Twitter followers and we'll know who runs what.
I don't even think Jason Statham is on Twitter.
You know why? Because he's old.
Accurate. Boom.
I know. As a matter of fact, I don't want to get punched in the face if I ever see you. Hold on. I actually think you do have. I don't follow you, but I think you do have one.
Jason Statham.
Bam. 18 million. Not even following anybody.
Zero followers. Or following zero.
It could have been. Let's look at the rocks.
Okay.
Heartbreaking.
How much was Jason Statham?
He was 18 million.
What is the Rock?
131. There's levels to this. But
bots. 100% bots.
Okay.
100% bots.
Anyway, back to the subject because we went to a whole nother.
Yeah,
we went to a whole nother stratosphere. Yeah.
do the video scope bit. The look into the video scope because you do Macho Man great.
I don't put that pressure on me.
Okay, forget it. Right. So that's how
Elizabeth. Look into the video scope.
Now you do.
I know. Just you never know what I'm gonna do. So
okay.
You know, so
now we're gonna go talk about this movie, and we've talked about this movie several times.
Okay.
All the time, and you know how I feel about this.
What is it? What are we talking about?
Dark Phoenix.
You think you can fix me?
Jean, you are not broken.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
The mind is a fragile thing. Takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
This is the end.
Charles, what did you do?
I had to keep her stable. I protected her.
From the truth? There's another word for that.
I came looking for answers.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission. Jean. She's all rage, pain, and it's all coming out at once.
Jean lost control, but she's still our friend.
This is your fault, Charles.
The world is on the brink.
I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner. You're always sorry, Charles. And there's always a speech, and nobody cares. There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. And I'm looking at it now.
Yes. Love it.
So while we were traveling about this country,
Yes.
some of these dirt sheets, some of these articles, some writers, if you will, some reporters have wrote that all the test screenings, Dark Phoenix is bombing. And Fox is not, it's at this point where it's like, do we just let Disney put this on Hulu? Or are we going to fight to give it a theater release?
I'm going down with the shit, baby. I love X-Men. I really do.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal, the dilly deal. X-Men 1 got me because I was a kid when it came out. I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
And it was a trifecta, right? You had the comics, the cartoon was out, I think, still around that time. And the movie comes out. So, like, automatically, I'm in. Hardcore, I'm there. Now, when you go back and rewatch it now, it's literally one of those movies where you go, I had horrible taste as a kid. Granted, it gave me Wolverine or Hugh Jackman. But,
Did give you Wolverine.
I mean, like, as a kid, I wasn't, you know what, as a kid in the cartoons through the comic books, I dug Cyclops because he could literally shoot lasers at his eye. Anything with lasers I was in.
Cool.
Like, you shot laser anything out of anywhere. Fan, right now. Got your t-shirt. And then Colossus came in.
Oh, my family.
And, like...
No, stop, my family.
I thought Colossus was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Then he gave his life for the legacy virus. That's neither here or there, but I thought Colossus was awesome. But and he wasn't in the first one. I remember that. I was heartbroken about that as a kid. I was like, where's the Colossus?
But you got him in part 2.
As a kid, as a no-line having kid, it was just whatever.
I liked 1 and 2, actually.
But I bring this up because as a whole, I think just like X-Men is just horrible films with the exception of First Class and then the ending of Days of Future Past. Because I have nostalgia of the first one because I was a kid, right? But the rest of them were just like trash city. Including the Wolverine.
Days of Future Past just, that hits me right in the feels. I think you know that.
Yeah.
That ending is, if you were a fan of like the original X-Men movies, seeing everybody come back, that was just, that's just what you wanted.
But I bring this up just to say, like, Fox can't make a decent X-Men film. I don't know why they can't, or what's stopping them from figuring this out. It's easily, it can be done. I just don't, and they continuously jump the shark with the Dark Phoenix thing. And I think the reason why Dark Phoenix doesn't land is because there's so, like, Jean Grey, like, if you watch the movies, like, they'll have you believe that, like, oh, Jean Grey has always had this power, and, you know, she's just going dark, she's evil. No, there was a lot of stuff that happened before you get to Dark Phoenix. Yeah. To get to Dark Phoenix, you got to go to Phoenix, right? And then you get introduced to the Hellfire Club. This guy, Mastermind, is, like, messing with Jean Grey's mind. This is after she's, like, saved the universe pretty much from the, like, the supernova thing, where she gets the Phoenix powers. There's just, like, so much to cover before we get to Dark Phoenix, and, like, Fox is just, like, bulldozing straight to Dark Phoenix, forgetting all this stuff that makes you care about Jean, what she's going through, that it's just, like, it's not hitting. Like, people are missing, like, the connection on why the Dark Phoenix is such a big deal.
Well, I mean, it's not just Fox. This is Hollywood, right? So when you have, like, big movies and popular comic books, you're like, hey, let's just make a movie out of that. And I just think, as much as I love the X-Men franchise, which I'll defend it until I die, this particular Dark Phoenix movie it seems like it's just, hey, let's get this out there. Maybe they'll like this. Let's try to redo the one that was so horrible the first time in 2006. So.
But now that means, like, there's two And I mean, like, we're just going off of like,
Keep in mind,
screenings.
all the trash we're talking, we're there.
100%. Like, I will still see it. Like,
We're there.
I've got
because no matter what you say about X-Men, they always have like at least 3 or 4 awesome scenes. It's like, hey, you want to see X-Men again?
But it's those scenes, like, they have a few good scenes, but that doesn't make up for, like, the whole movie.
No, it
and
doesn't.
they keep going back, like, they had the shining light. The First Class was awesome, right? They gave the reins to somebody else, and then, like, he had an awesome world. I dig McAvoy. I dig Michael Fassbender. I think Mystique is, like, one of the few characters that could be played by different actresses.
Where were you, Charles? We were supposed to protect them.
That's his Michael Fassbender, guys.
No, yeah, that's not good at all. I felt that scene.
You felt it was cool. They have some good scenes, but
I like Days of Future Past.
from
I
start
actually really did like
to
that one.
end, First Class is like awesome.
It's great.
It's great. Because it takes you and you know what, it borrows from the first movie with Magneto in the concentration camp, and then you go through them. They're all like his terror and everything that's ever, all the experiments he's went through, and then when you get to the end with that huge payoff where he slowly moves that quarter through Shaw's head, it's just like
Dun, dun.
you feel bad,
Dun, dun,
but
dun, dun.
are you doing sound effects?
It's the Magneto
Oh
music.
yeah, when he's going down the hall, that was awesome.
The music where he
but
uses
you
the
feel
knife
good.
and then he brings it back to Magneto's chest.
You feel like he's got justice, but he's done this horrible thing, and then when Charles gets shot in the back, he's just like, my friend, my boy.
You laughed at that scene.
Because
He's like, I can't feel my legs. And then you laugh because he's a monster.
laughed.
It's like, why would you?
I
was like, we know what part's coming, but like, you laughed. Like, it's a deep, there's just something wrong with your soul.
Because
man.
this man just committed murder. And then at the drop of the hat, he's like, oh God, my friend. Like,
Well, he still has a heart.
You literally pushed the coin through somebody's head, and now you have a heart again. This is the fastest Grinch story of all
Xavier
time.
never did anything to him.
Right. Anyhow,
Right?
I think you feel it more, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what the Dark Phoenix is missing, right? You're missing that connection. Like, there's no part A to get you to part B. They're just like, apocalypse end. Like, it's like, what? How are we supposed to care about this? And we don't see.
Here's one
that
thing that
part.
bugs me about X-Men's First Class and now.
Okay, go.
Jennifer Lawrence.
That is a person, not a thing, but okay.
Okay, person. Jennifer Lawrence. What are we doing with this makeup? What is going on?
She doesn't want to wear the makeup anymore. She's famous now.
But okay, don't get me started. You're Mystique. You have to be blue. Okay, like Will Smith blue. We're not even gonna go there. But like, you have to be blue. Like, this is what you. Who did Rebecca Romaine? Rebecca Romaine
Grayson
was
B. Is there a 23 at the end of your thing? B Grayson.
Yes.
Yeah. So at B Grayson 23 for Will Smith, if you want to just cuss this guy out.
Okay. I got cussed out by the Fresh Prince. All right. Thank you.
She's famous. She doesn't want to wear the makeup. She wants to show her face because she is famous.
Okay,
now.
but you're butchering the character.
Absolutely
You're butchering the comic.
agreed.
So
Agreed. That's why I'm
so
saying.
she can't. It's like.
Mystique should be like James
And what
Bond.
you said, which was brilliant, by the way.
Mystique should be like James Bond.
The beauty of Mystique is that they can cast anybody being Mystique.
Yeah, she should.
That's the beauty. I feel like,
She really
but
can.
I mean, like Jennifer Lawrence, it's just be blue for at least 60% of the movie. You're beautiful. I just want to see Mystique. That's all. Like,
Well, she thinks
The
you want to
Mystique.
see her. This is
if this was Hunger Games,
This is literally
100%. But this is X-Men,
it's called Jennifer Lawrence featuring the X-Men.
so it's like David Ruffin in The Temptations.
Pretty much. This is what this is now.
All right.
She's like, I want to be. You know, people call her J-Lo.
Yeah, that's
so weird,
That's
right?
disturbing.
One
There's only
J-Lo's
one.
going out, the new J-Lo's coming in.
That's
So
disrespectful to J-Lo because J-Lo's killing him at like 48 right now.
I'm just saying that's
She's
weird.
still.
But I do see what you're saying, and I do hate that too. But I mean, what do you do when you don't like when you cast these people? You never know that they're gonna go off and become like Oscar-winning actresses, right? And so
I
like
know, but
when they make like these weird demands, like what is it, as a studio, you're like, well, she has a name now, so do we recast her or do we use her name to get more people into it? But the twist to that is her name doesn't get people into it. It's still
Nobody
people
cares.
Are still like,
Yeah.
this movie is horrible. So like, what do you do? Like, you got all this money sunk in, and like,
And she's in this one, huh?
unfortunately, yes, she is. In no makeup, might I add, like just full J-Lo.
Was there a scene? Was she Mystique in any of the scenes this new one?
Not in the trailer. Just like she's just it's Jennifer Lawrence playing Mystique. So when you see Jennifer Lawrence,
The
you're like, she's
Mystique, the comic book characters, like just like crying out the windows, like please play me right.
What's a trip about Mystique too is like I don't think they still like. I don't think they've ever like nailed down like her sex. So because I think she lived as a man for a while, and then like so she could literally Mystique the character could literally be played by anybody. But that's why I think like Mystique should be like the James Bond of these movies, where like they can just keep getting like top actresses. Like one day it could be ScarJo, the next movie it could be Jennifer Lawrence. One movie it could actually be Jennifer Lopez. Like it could be whomever, because like nobody knows. And if you really wanted to mess with people, like one movie, it could be Jason effing Statham.
So people could walk out the theater. Are we really going
You're just
there again?
staying mad disrespectful.
Why are you? But wait a minute.
You just
For you to bring back up, Jesus, this is how I know it bothered you. You bring it back up 15 minutes later. We're talking about X-Men. We're not even talking about Hobbs and Shaw anymore.
I'm just saying, if they wanted to mix things up, it could be done.
Do you want to meet Jason Statham in person?
I have and I will.
Oh, all right, that's cool, man. Like, I'm sure he'll get all the ladies for you. Like, all right, you hang out with Jason. I'm gonna hang out with The Rock. Let's see what happens. Let's see who has the bigger party.
I will. You will be insanely overworked, insanely tired.
Tired of what? Of hanging out with The Rock and like all the.
First of
cool
all,
dudes?
The Rock seems like the type of person who's like, "Hey guys, it's The Rock, and this is."
What's your name?
Yeah.
Sure. Cool.
And then you're going to be carrying his bags. Meanwhile, I'm hanging out in London, tea and crumpets,